So the sun's out, birds are chirping, the grass is long, and the lawnmower that you haven't started in several months because it's freaking cold outside doesn't start. And of course, pull cord breaks. Now we attempted to tie this together just to get a little more life out of it, but the pull cord's too short. If this happens to you, don't worry, we've got you covered. It's an easy fix. By the way, this is a Honda. It's got a 5.5 horse engine. It's a GCV 160, but this doesn't really matter because a lot of the Hondas are going to be very similar in the other mowers as well. Now, being that it's a Honda, these are 10 millimeters, so we just grab a 10 millimeter socket or a wrench, pop off these top 3 nuts. And this will give you access to your pull cord retraction device here. If you can see, it's spring loaded. That's what pulls the cord back in. And since this pull cord's no good, we're just going to cut it off. Cut that. Save your handle. And since this never lost how many turns that it needs to pull the pull cord in, we can turn it to the point where the cord is pulled all the way out, and that's going to line up where the rope needs to go in and where it needs to be tied on this wheel. So we can pull it out right there. Now if this is what happens and you didn't lose that many turns that pulls the pull cord in, you're fine. You can actually install your new pull cord right now. But in case it did lose how many turns it had holding the rope in, we're going to show you how to do that as well. So I'm just going to let this go slowly, and there you go. Now, how to do it when that happens, when it's pulled the pull cord in too far and it's spun all the way, you want to make sure that it has enough tension on it to suck in the new pull cord. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this. And we're going to go until it stops. And then we're going to back it up until the holes line up for the pull cord. Okay, so it stopped right there. And our pull cord hole, there's our entrance hole there, needs to line up with that. So we're going to let it off a little bit until that lines up. So the 2 holes line up. I don't know if you can see that there, but there's an entrance hole, and here's where our pull cord needs to go. So we've got a new pull cord here, and we're just going to thread it in. And by the way, if this is too hard to hold, if your fingers don't have the strength or you just can't get a good grip on it, you could probably use another tool to hold this. You could probably use a zip tie and zip tie around the 2 things that'll hold it in place, or a piece of wire, or like right here I've got some little vice grips, and you can just to demonstrate what I'm talking about here. Put the vice grips there. You don't want them too tight because you don't want them to break the plastic, but you just want them tight enough to hold that retraction device. Okay, so see, no hands needed. We've got our new pull cord. Now some of these will come with handles already because sometimes the handles break, and they're relatively inexpensive. I think this was like $4 or $5 at the hardware store. And you just insert your new pull cord into the hole. The tricky part is lining it up with that other hole, but we got it. So it's poking in there a little bit. And we're going to grab some needle nose pliers and just pull that little guy through. Alright. So now, so the pull cord stays in there, We're going to tie a knot in it, and the hole there isn't very big where the rope tucks into, so we're going to do a small knot. This is just a 1/2 inch. Stick the rope through itself, and we're just going to do it one time. Now it's important on such a simple knot, you don't want it to come undone, so we're going to leave a little bit of a tail. That'll help prevent it from coming undone. But you don't want too long of a tail where it's going to rub on the top of the motor there. You don't want that. We use our pliers, we're going to pull it tight, and then we're going to tuck it into this little home right there. So that's pretty simple. Take the vice grips off and slowly let it pull the cord back in. Make sure it's working okay. Put it back on those studs. Now we're going to reinstall our 3 nuts. And not every lawnmower is going to be the same. It just depends on what engine you've got, who made it. But hopefully yours is similar enough to this that this will help. And once again, these are 10mm nuts on here, so we've got a 10mm socket. You can even use a crescent wrench probably. I'm sure people out there probably use pliers. I mean, whatever you need to do to get it going. Alright, so we got those all started. We're going to torque them down. Remember, tight is tight, and too tight is broken. Alright, now for the handle part. Now, most modern lawnmowers, they're going to have a kill lever on the handle, and so they place the pull cord up there so that you can get to that lever and hold it back to start the lawnmower. So I'm going to move this ahead right now, and here is our guide for the pull cord. We're going to run it up into there. All right. We're going to link the pull cord to the handle on there. And once again, that space in here is pretty small, so we're just going to use a simple knot. We're going to use that 1/2 inch again. Just going to go through one time. Make sure to leave the tail so that it doesn't come undone. Since we already have pliers here, we're going to use those to help tighten it up, like that. They're in place. All right. Now to see if it runs. That's the important part. The reason this happened was it didn't run, and I got a little rough with that pull cord. So, see if it goes. I'm gonna call that a win. Hope this helped you guys out, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.